Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. And today, right here as I am still standing, is day 88, June 11th, 2020, day 88. Can you believe it? Maybe you can. I'm really starting to count, wondering how many days am I going to keep numbering? So I'm thinking about that. Right now, I want to tell you something else I'm thinking about. I just finished a telephone call with a really special client. Well, they're all special. And she said that friends were asking her if she wanted to go somewhere or do something since things are opening up more. And she said that she was really hesitant. And I asked her to tell me a little bit more. And this is what she told me. She has a health issue, which I will keep private, and she's doing fine on the outside. Her tests are splendid right now, and yet she is very vulnerable to COVID-19. And she knows that. Her doctor has explained all of the details to her. And you know, she doesn't tell very many people about her health issue. And before the virus, it really didn't matter. She could live her life and she knew the precautions. She knew what was okay to eat, what wasn't. She knew to exercise. She knew to do everything that would keep her disease okay. And then came the pandemic and things shifted because that added a dimension that she couldn't have any power, any influence. She couldn't, I mean, she would still stay healthy with her eating and her exercise and all the other precautions. It's just there was that unknown, and that she was very, very vulnerable. So during the in-shelter lockdown, whatever you want to call it, or did call it, she was okay because everybody was inside. And now that everybody's going out there a bit more, she's still staying inside. And will go out occasionally with all of her, glove, mask, taking really good precautions, shower when she gets home and so forth. And yet her friends who are not so vulnerable in the other areas as she is saying, well, come on, let's go out. We used to do this and, well, we have to do it curbside, or they'll space us differently in the restaurant, or this or that they used to all do together. And she's having to say no. And she said she said no thank you so many times that they're beginning to wonder what is going on. And she said, I don't want them to doubt my friendship, or that I care, or that I would like to go out. It's just, I don't want to tell them what's really going on inside my body. And I said, because? And she said, because if I give a name to what's going on inside of me, the fact is, whether I like it or not, everybody has a picture of what that looks like. They have a picture or an imagining of all the other things that are going on with the person who has that label. And she said, I don't want to be a label, and I don't want to be treated for my disease. I want to still be treated for me. And there's a real conflict now. Because of the virus, I really can't be the me that they knew. And if I tell them about my disease, I'm afraid I still won't be the me that they know. And we talked about that, and so she decided, and she said, I can do that, that there would be a few close friends that she knew and felt really sure about being able to tell them what the label was and explain about the disease, and that they would bring it all together and everything could be okay. And she trusted that if she told them, they would know that if she said no thank you, there was something specific about that activity. Or they would all be able to talk and maybe modify it so that it would fit her a little bit better. And so she was so brave, and she talked to them, and she explained. And she said, I am so lucky to have those friends. There were 3 of them, and they'd just been friends forever. And none of them knew about her disease. So she told them. She told them what she called her label. And then she asked them please to listen so that she could go into just a little bit of detail to let them know how the virus could affect her and what precautions she needed to take. And then she told them, if it's something that you want to do and I simply don't want to take the risk, I'm going to be able to tell you that it's not you. It's what's going on with me, or what could go on with me. So she told them, and you know what? She is very lucky because they listened. And they were shocked, amazed, cared, felt sad for her disease. And when she explained that as long as everything that she needed to do was maintained, that she was doing okay according to the tests now. And they relaxed. And guess what? Tomorrow, they are going on an activity. They had planned one thing, and she had told them what would be just perfect for her if it fit for them. And they came to an agreement of what they could do, what they could modify, so that all 4 of them could go out together. Nice, happy ending. I like those. Raise my hand, don't you? We all do. Now, I know that everything does not have a necessarily happy ending. I'm going to say that we say click when we have one, and that we remember it, that we remember the possibility of everything turning out okay, the what if tool. And for her it did, and she was very, very brave. And I was thinking about her beyond that in a bigger picture level, and looking at myself, and you might want to look at you, maybe all of us at some point. I'm not pointing a finger, I'm raising my hand. There's a difference. And I realized that when somebody tells us something that's going on with them, if somebody says, you know, I have a disease, I'm feeling this way, or I'm feeling that way, or I'm thinking this, or this is where I came from, this is the food I like, this is the music I like, this is where I came from, this is what my family was like. Whatever information that we give to someone, it is setting up for whether or not we are profiled. There is obvious profiling going on in this world. And what I realized is inside of me, I need to pay attention. That if somebody tells me something, am I putting them into a box? Am I going through a checklist? Oh, no, okay, well, that explains that. That explains that. Oh, that's what's going to happen. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, good, they're just like. And we lose track of the person. We crawl into our box. We latch on to our checklist. And lo and behold, if we really look into ourselves, we have profiled that person. We have delegated them to our belief. We have made decisions based on that belief. And guess what? Just like with my client. Yeah, she has a disease. Yeah, it has certain symptoms. Yeah, there are certain precautions. You know what? She's still her. And that's the message today that I'm saying to myself, and I'm hoping to you, and maybe everyone that would by chance be listening to this, that we notice, do we automatically go and put somebody in a box, put them on a list, judge them by our belief system? Let's check it out. I'm willing to do it. How about you? Will you raise your hand? And I think that when we can be honest with ourselves, it doesn't mean that we're bad or terrible. It just means that as soon as we are aware of something, we have a choice. We can make a decision. If we want to shift that belief a little bit, add our what if tool, and pay attention that maybe there are a lot of things beyond our checklist. And that is part of the person. Thanks. Hope that was of service. I want us to be able to figure out to be ourselves, be with each other, and have us be more kind and generous all the way around, because that's our story. That's what we're writing. That's our legacy. And wouldn't it be wonderful, as often as possible, at the end of each chapter saying, and I did my best, the best way I could with the information I have right now. Terrific. All right, day 88. Click the button to subscribe. Come back tomorrow, because guess what? I'll be here and I'll be watching for you. Bye for now.